24 hours. This is really a global call, so wherever you're dialing in from, welcome to you. And I would love you to pop down, familiarize yourself with the chat function, and let us know where you are from. I've already seen Australia, the UK, Malaysia on the call, lots of South Africans on the call today. And we have a thing in South Africa called load shedding. You may or may not be aware of it, where we have an issue with our power supply. So there are a number of people who have already texted in to say that they can't join due to lack of electricity, but they'll grab the recording. So wherever you are, let us know. Beautiful Burgundy in the Eastern Cape, that's fantastic. Well, today is the 5th of February 2022, and we are in for a real ride this year. The reason I'm saying that is because there is a mass adoption taking place into the world of cryptocurrency. So if this is the very first time you've joined one of our calls, we'd also love to know that it's your first time. We always like to know who it is that's on our calls. And if you're a returning partner, welcome back. Always good to see you on a Saturday morning, for us to take an opportunity to understand our products, understand the business, and receive some training. So we're going to be with you for about 90 minutes this morning, starting off with a business presentation. We're then going to head into a bit of recognition so you can see what's possible in the space, and then we're going to head into some training that if you decide what you see you would like to make into a business model for yourself, how you were going to get started, what to do in your first 48 hours and in your first 7 days, because I know we have a lot of really new members in our team that have joined in the last week. So a warm welcome to all of you. The very first gentleman I have the privilege of introducing you to this morning is somebody who, in my opinion, is becoming a global leader in the crypto space. He's an educator. He is absolutely adamant about sharing cryptocurrency knowledge and helping people understand this process. And he's hailing all the way out of Dubai. We're really excited to see you. Bruce, saw you on the beach a few times this week. Look fantastic. And we really can't wait to hear from you. Bruce is a dad, a husband, father of 3 young boys, and him and his family relocated to Dubai last year in order to be in the heart of what is happening. So we're really privileged to have you on the call this morning, Bruce. Thank you so much. I'm going to hand over to you.
Janine, thanks so much for that warm welcome. And it's awesome to see how many people are on this call already. Can I encourage you, just in the chat function, just type in the city. Just type in the name of the city that you're dialing in from. As Janina said, we're a global audience, we're a global community. And for those of you who are on the call live, who aren't watching this as a recording, have a look at some of the cities coming through here. We've got Adelaide, Chiang Mai, which is in Thailand, last time I checked. The UK, we've got Silver Rock, Balgal, and that's South Africa, Dublin, Ireland. So just fantastic to see Paris on the call as well. That's Kitty. So big global community. And we're going to be talking today about global adoption. So if you're on this, if you're watching this as a recording, you are watching this at a very unique and interesting time. Having said that, I want to keep us on track. I want to be aware that today's a Saturday. You know, it's a rest day for so many people. So we don't want to go past the time frame that we've set aside for today's presentation and training and information session. So I'm going to dive straight into a screen share, and we're going to launch straight into the presentation section of our morning. So let me just get us into slideshow, get us into from beginning. And as Janine has said, welcome. I am Bruce Hughes. I'm a father of 3 boys, originally from a teaching background, moved into church planting, forex trading, and for the last 6 years now have been embedded within blockchain industry and online marketing. That's really the focus. So today I'm going to be talking about that. I'm going to be talking about the blockchain industry and the power and potential behind building a global community. So let's dive straight into it. Before we look at any information, I do want to throw out 3 disclaimers. One, the first disclaimer is that I've made, and so has the team, every effort to present information that is accurate on the 5th of February 2022. So if you're watching this as a recording and it's April 2022 or it's September 2022, then the markets, the technology could have improved and evolved. So make sure that you're watching this information at the right time frame in history. Second disclaimer is that we're not talking about financial markets. We're not selling financial products, and we're not giving financial advice. I don't know you. I don't know your financial situation. I don't know your financial history or financial goals. That is for your financial advisor. Go back to that person and have those conversations. And then the third and last disclaimer is that none of us are tax specialists on this call. We might have tax specialists in our community. We might have tax specialists who offer tax advice, but that'll be under their brand through their offices. We're not doing this on this presentation, and again, for so many reasons. The first reason being is we're a global community. And so there are different tax laws, different tax implications based on where you are. So just type 3, the number 3 in the chat function if you clearly heard those 3 disclaimers. We're always going to fight for clarity and education on calls like this. And so I want to be very clear on what we're saying and very clear on what we're not saying. Great, a lot of people typing 333. Awesome, let's dive straight into it. Right, so I want to ask this question. What cards has life dealt you? What are the options that are currently on your desk? You know, most people I talk to at the moment are holding the same deck of cards. They've been dealt the banking card. Here are the banking rates we're going to offer you. Here are the interest rates on your credit cards, the interest rates on your home loans. This is the banking environment that the banks dictates, and you all have to comply with it. That's one set of cards that we all hold. The other card that we all hold are government cards. Now, the governments have done some fairly interesting things over the last 24 months with COVID putting massive pressure on different sectors of industry and commerce, and governments reacting to that pressure. And so no matter whether you're in South Africa or the UK or Australia or France or Canada or the US, there's a good chance that your government has made some interesting decisions in the last 24 months. That's just a card you've been given. You haven't had much say in what that protocol looks like. The third card we've all been given, and it's a new card, we didn't used to have it in our pack of cards, was the vaccination card. Now, yes, we've got vaccinations at birth, protocols, etc., but this COVID vaccination has just been a very polarizing agenda. And the vaccination protocols keep updating and changing. And that's affected different industries, it's affected different businesses, it's affected travel, it's even affected families seeing each other. But we've been dealt that card. It's in our deck, we're holding it. And then the fourth card is social media. Now, I remember a time when Instagram and Facebook was a place where you could share your life and your stories. And yet most recently, it seems to be these platforms where people are pushing really aggressive agendas. And you can choose to plug out of social media, but that's a dangerous business decision. But it's also hard staying on social media because of some of these really, really polarizing and aggressive agendas. And those cards are making it tough right now.
Making it tough to make good decisions. But I want to ask you this question. What is stopping you from changing your deck of cards? What is stopping you from maybe adding some other cards into your hands so that you've got more options on your table? So I want to talk about 3 cards that I'm excited about. I want to talk about 3 options. This really is the focus of the presentation. I want to talk about adding performing markets and
assets into your deck of cards. I want to talk about you having absolute control of your money through your own payment rails, through your own exchanges. And then I also want to talk about how to earn from a global network within current global environment. So if you're interested in finding out about those 3 cards, just type 3 in the chat function again, because this is the focus. This is the next 20 minutes. I'm going to be talking about performing markets and assets. I'm going to be showing you how you can have absolute control of your money. And I'm also going to unpack a simple and duplicatable process of earning from social media as opposed to being bombarded by social media. So awesome, a lot of people typing 333. Let's power on into the rest of the presentation. Right, the one performing market I want to talk about is the crypto market. There's 3 markets I'm going to touch on today. One is the crypto market. Now, regardless of whether you understand it, regardless of whether you believe in it, the crypto market is now 13 years old. major financial houses and banks are moving into this market, and we've even seen governments starting to adopt it as legal tender. So the excuse of "I don't understand it" is no longer a valid excuse. And so as a global community of partners, we're intent on educating people on how to move towards this performing market. And what do I mean by a performing market? Well, let's just track its progress over the last 5 years. Markets will go up, markets will go down. We know that. But we want to see what the growth looks like. I remember looking at Bitcoin back in 2016, which is kind of down over here. It was sitting at under $1,000. I purchased my first few little, parts of Bitcoin when it was sitting about $1,700. So I experienced this peak over here when it went up to 20,000. I experienced this dip
Down here when it went down to 3.5. And like many people, we've got to witness it break some new highs and make some retracements off that. So the crypto market is over time, it is a performing market. The other market that's really performing well at the moment is the gaming market. Gamers aren't worried about a politician's mandate on vaccines. Gamers aren't worried about whether or not they can travel on a boat, a ship, or a train to see family. Gamers are not worried about queues outside of grocery stores or restaurants. The gaming industry continues to boom regardless of the physical environment we find ourselves in. And so it would make sense for us to move towards that market. I'm not saying everybody here has to become a gamer. I'm just saying, what if you had a footprint, a financial footprint in that market, and you got revenue from it? Wouldn't that make sense? What if you had revenue from a crypto market, revenue from a gaming market, and what if you had revenue from the NFT market? Now, again, NFTs, non-fungible tokens, people go, "Oh, I don't understand that." Well, we should, because the arts and collectibles market has been around for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Art engages people's hearts and spirits. And the ownership of art has become quite a robust space where changing of the ownership means changing of a market, which means movement of wealth. NFTs are that digital expression. So we're seeing this market explode as wealth moves online into a digital space where you can track ownership. Now, you don't have to be an artist. You don't even have to be an art collector to be able to still take part in and generate revenue from this online market space. And so we're going to show you how you can do that today as well. Out of those 3 performing markets, just type in the top 2 that excited you the most. In the chat function, let me know. We spoke about crypto markets, we've spoken about gaming markets, and we've spoken about the NFT market. What other markets, or out of those 3 markets, which 2 probably excited you the most? Just let me know. That'd be awesome. Okay, got a couple people typing in the chat function here. Crypto NFT, gaming NFT, all 3. Okay, awesome stuff. Thanks so much for the feedback. So let's have a look at how we can move towards this market. I'm not going to show you this video right now. It is fantastic though. It's a really good explanation on NFTs. When we choose to move towards these performing markets, before we've even looked at the mechanics of it, we need to start looking at the financial implication of that. Now, I remember 5-6 years ago when we started dabbling in cryptocurrencies, my wife and I, with 3 little kids, we had to decide every month how much were we going to move towards this marketplace. Because we had a long-term vision, right? We wanted to try to figure out where would we be in 3 years' time, where would we be in 5 years' time, by just creating a monthly habit. Today, I want to task you with creating a habit and having a number, a target attached to that habit. And it could be different for everybody. I'm just throwing out examples here. We might have people starting off, in small amounts, some people starting off larger amounts. You decide what the habit is. You decide what is sustainable. And that is the goal. That's the goal that you set your family every single month. So we set ourselves a goal, and now we move value towards those performing markets. We don't do it every month, we do it every week. But for most people who are earning monthly salaries, it's probably a monthly decision. It's a monthly habit. The mechanics of moving that wealth can seem a bit complicated, but we're just going to have a brief look at it. Most of us are starting in global currencies like dollars, euros, pounds, rands, dirhams, ringgits, yens. Maybe in the chat function, just let me know what your local currency is, what you get paid in, what you buy groceries in, the currency that you put petrol in your car or you purchase medicine with. What is the currency that you currently find yourself in? So we've got rand, we've got dollars, euro, pound, Aussie dollar. Okay, so we've got a wide range of people. In order to move towards the crypto market, you're going to need to take the fiat money, okay, this is fiat money on this side, and exchange it into the crypto market. Once you're in the crypto market, you can also then redeploy back into the gaming and NFT market. So this is the movement of money from left to right. And I get that it's complicated. Anything new can seem complicated. And this is where having a support team, having education, and having local and regional partners who you can talk to and find out what the local solution is. We've set that up for you. But here's what it looks like in a very simple slide. For as little as $33 a month, you can subscribe monthly into our partner program, and you can move the value that you place in our partner program directly into a platform called Lydian World. Lydian World is where cryptocurrencies, NFTs, and gaming meet. That's hugely powerful. Up till now, when someone wanted to move towards the crypto market, they would have to go and open a crypto-specific platform. If they wanted to get a footprint in gaming, they would have to go open up another platform, maybe a gaming platform or one or two. If they wanted to get revenue from the NFTs market, they would have to go open up a platform or an account with an NFTs market. And so you end up having all these different accounts and platforms in place. What we've done is we've created a platform, Lydian World, where all those markets, all those revenues, those services are in one place. So we're simplifying the movement of monies, and we're simplifying the access to those three markets. So how do we do this? Well, for $33 a month, you're going to end up with what we call gaming tokens or Lydian Lions. Those gaming tokens have a dollar value in Lydian World. Now, at any period, the gaming tokens can be sold for promotions or incentives. Right now, we're sitting in quite an interesting period where for about $33, you're getting closer to $60 worth of value. But again, we can change those as and when different promotions are running. So what do we do with that gaming token that we now have? We redeploy it into Lydian World. Lydian World, just like this world, has citizenships. So you can buy a citizenship in a country and you can get revenue from the NFTs, the gaming, the staking, the crypto pools that are taking place within that country. So if you're a Canadian citizen and you want to plug into the Canadian market on Lydian World, you can do that by using your gaming tokens to buy Canadian citizenship. You can buy multiple citizenships using these gaming tokens, and you can participate in multiple markets within those different countries. So again, if we've got NFTs moving through South Africa, Malaysia, and UK, and you decide to use your gaming tokens and become citizens in Malaysia, South Africa, and the UK, then you're also getting access to the crypto markets, the NFT market, and the gaming markets within those three countries. And therefore, you're getting access to the revenue that's generated through those markets. So we've really simplified what can sometimes be quite intimidating. The platform itself is an interactive map. Who here has played Monopoly? Type the word Monopoly if you've ever played the board game Monopoly. We've taken that same premise and we have a platform here where you can buy citizenship in certain countries, a little bit like having a street in Monopoly. And if you put houses or hotels on that street, you earn an income. We can do the same here. We can buy citizenship in a country and we can earn income from the different income resources, like gaming, like NFTs, like digital mining, staking, assisted trading. These are all the different activities that happen on blockchain in these different markets. And here's a one-stop shop where someone in our community, one of our global partners, can sit with you and say, here's how you open an account, here's how you access these markets. This is a neat organogram. If you're a technical person or you just want a little summary of how this all works. Now, I want you to imagine that this section over here on the left side of the screen, this is every country's own treasury or wallet. And all the different activities that happen in that country, whether it's assisted trading or NFTs being bought and sold, whether it's staking pools or digital mining, portions of that go into the country's wallet and then are paid back to all the citizens of that country. We've even got higher ranks like president, vice president, senator, and there are some of these that are currently being auctioned. You can go into Lydian World, you can take your gaming tokens, and you can auction or bid to win some of these positions. So it's a fun, dynamic, easy to use platform. Now, for $33 a month, no one here is going to become a millionaire overnight. I think it's unrealistic to believe that any business model can do that. And if someone is approaching you and saying, hey, for $33, you're going to be a millionaire, I would probably stay away from that platform and from that person. So it's just not possible in this space. So for a small risk, you're going to start off with a small return. The potential over time could be fairly huge. If you want to play at a higher level, in other words, if you want to maybe have a bigger footprint and earn bigger rewards within the crypto space, then I would highly, highly recommend getting into what we call digital mining. Again, within this Lydian world, every country has a natural digital resource called Lydian data. That's a little bit like gold. Right now, all over the world, different countries have small, large, or no deposits of gold. Here in Lydian world, every country has different deposits of Lydian data. And so it is possible for you to buy the mining rights and earn from mining the digital resource Lydian data, anything from 18% to 88%. We have recently launched some what we call lower end or more affordable mining rights that give you a lower percentage than 18%, and we'll cover that a little bit later in the training. So let's have a look at how this works. Just like in the real world, you need to buy the rights to mine a mineral. When we lived in South Africa, if we wanted to get into the mining industry, we would need to get a mining license. And then we would need to actually spend money to mine whatever's in the ground. We'd have to buy equipment, we'd have to hire labor, and it's a very similar process here. So there's two costs to mining Lydian data within Lydian World. One is the purchase price of your mining certificate, and different certificates have a different purchase price. And the second is mining power or mining load. This is how much you have to pay in order to get access to getting the resource out the ground, in inverted commas. The exciting thing is that this spend over here is locked up and is then re-released to you after your mining period is finished. Plus, you earn a percentage on top of what you're mining. So on the lower tier, it's 18.8% per year. On a middle tier, it's 38.8% per year. And on some of your higher tiers, you get a 58, 88% as well. So again, just like in the real world, if you're going to have mining rights, the more expensive your rights are, then you're mining on a bigger piece of land, you're going to need more equipment. but your rewards from that are obviously much larger. So I'm very excited about digital mining. This is one of the only platforms where I've seen this made possible. Again, sit with somebody, sit with one of our partners. If you're in the UK, ask one of the partners in the UK to show you how you can become a citizen and how you can start mining country resources. That's if you want to plug into some of the more aggressive rewards. Now, I do want to talk to some of the business owners on this call, because with every company that offers products and services, there's also going to be a marketing team. And this company has decentralized its marketing team. That means people in the UK can market, people in Canada can market, people in South Africa can market. And because of social media, we can pretty much market anywhere in the world. And because we're marketing and because there are digital and physical products being sold, those products have a markup. And that markup generates a profit. The profits are paid back to you and I. Take a screenshot of this, because this is probably the simplest elevator pitch I could ever give. Our community of partners earn crypto rewards for promoting our crypto, NFT, and digital real estate projects. Digital mining is a digital real estate project. Our MasterCard powered crypto card are a physical product. Our NFT marketplace, our citizenship program, those are all products that are commissionable, and those commissions are paid back to us, the marketing team, what we call our partner program. So super simple. We share with people by having presentations like this. We've got recorded presentations. We've got short marketing videos. We've got all the resources to grow a team. We started playing with some numbers. We've got some pretty smart mathematicians in our team. This is not an income claim, so please don't not share what I'm saying. This is just an Excel sheet of going, what if 3 people every month were exposed to our business model and came in at the smallest possible entry fee, which is $33, just to get those gaming tokens to get some citizenships. We're not even calculating if some people are buying digital mining certificates. We're not calculating if people are buying our crypto card. We're not taking any of those calculations into place. We're almost looking at a Netflix model here. What if Netflix slowly grew its user base over time? How much would that equate to within commissions? And we're talking some fairly sizable business income here. Now, my wife and I, we moved from South Africa to Dubai, so we spend 8 months of the year here, and we travel back to South Africa to spend time with them. But we chose to be here in Dubai because of this business and the earning potential. We wanted to be closer to the coalface. We wanted to have reach to more and more people. You're on this call because there's reach now, and there's a serious business income to consider. We've got a simple strategy in order to achieve this. We are going to be training on that a little bit later today. I do want you to know that there's not just direct commissions. There are incentives, there are promotions, there are volume-based commissions as well. We can go into more detail at a later stage. The last part of this presentation, as promised, is how do you have absolute control of your money? In fact, the better way to say that is, how do I spend my gains? If I'm in the crypto market, if I'm in NFT and gaming, and I'm earning cryptocurrencies, how do I go put that into petrol? How do I go and put that into insurance for my home? How do I pay for school fees, for medicine, for groceries? And this is where our card solution is hugely powerful. My wife and I have lived on this card. I don't know if you can see it in the camera at the moment. This is our card solution. It's a stainless steel card powered by MasterCard. And our platform allows us to move between cryptocurrencies and fiat global currencies. We can move between local banks and global banks. And we can realize the value of this wherever MasterCard is accepted. So ATMs, point of sale systems, and online. This is our total banking solution. We don't run around with multiple bank accounts and multiple currencies and multiple countries. We do it all on this. It's changed how we travel. It's changed how we live. It's changed how we do our savings and our spending. And so if you're looking to maybe have a more versatile card than what your bank's just offering you now, then have a look at our different pricing ranges. We've got plastic cards, and again, your fee structure, just like in any payment rail or payment provider, your cheaper products have lower spending thresholds. We chose to get ourselves the stainless steel card. The fee structure is good, the spending thresholds are good. And I haven't even touched on the discounts that we get for travel. I haven't touched on the discounts for accommodation and hotels. I haven't even spoken about a concierge service. Every single one of us has a concierge service attached to our cards. So for us, this really has been life-changing. And now that you're pairing this card with Lydian World, where we're experiencing and will grow gains through NFT, gaming, and crypto, the card then becomes a really powerful tool in the right hands. So you might be looking at this, you might be saying this has been a little bit overwhelming, but I want you to know that at its core, it's very simple. If you want to choose to market this with us, then you can use the videos that we've created to share them. You can invite people onto presentations like this. We've got presentations all around the globe, different timelines, different languages. And you can plug someone in. You can plug them into the community where they can get their questions answered. The support system, the education system, and the community is all there and available. So I want to maybe just finish off with this because it's good to have some next steps. Register an account. You can register a free account and you can just kind of check everything out. Or you can register a business account for just $33 a month. You're going to get everything for 10% cheaper if you're a business partner and you're paying your $33. But register an account, become a citizen. So use those gaming tokens to purchase citizenship. And then apply some of the strategies that we teach. Get some digital mining going. Get into the NFT market space as that starts launching and going live. Understand the resource and income coming through gaming and assisted trading. We will hold your hand. I want you to know that this is a little bit like the first day in the gym. You walk into a gym and there's all this equipment, right? You've got these equipment for your stomach, and then these equipment for your arms, and then your chest, and then your back, and then the piece of equipment that can do absolutely everything. It's got ropes and pulleys everywhere, and there's 40 to 80 pieces of equipment, and there's treadmills and bikes. And the first day in gym can seem intimidating. And the worst mistake you could make is go and try every piece of equipment, because you're probably not going to walk for the next 10 days. Muscles will just atrophy, seize up, done. Approach this in the same manner. Don't run at everything immediately. Arrive day one at the gym and use the 2 pieces of equipment that make the most sense to you. In our case, let's help you open an account to become a citizen, and let's put together a digital mining strategy. Those are the first 2 pieces of equipment that we want to have our community using. You're going to get the best gains on that to begin with. And from there, from that knowledge base, you can then start going, okay, what about this? Let's have a look at this. I'd like a strategy around this. Those are our pieces of equipment. If you want to really take advantage of the entire ecosystem, then join us on marketing it. We've got the resources for you, and it's going to boost your crypto income because you're getting paid in Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, and you can take those commissions and fast track, accelerate your portfolio here in Lydian World as well. That's what we've chosen to do. For us, it was just a business decision. Janine jokes about seeing us on the beach, but that's our life. We get to wake up here in Dubai. The beach is right here. We walk onto the beach with the boys. They're surfing, they're swimming. Spent the day at the swimming pool yesterday, meeting with some really good people. So we get to give our sons a good life. This morning we were at rugby club. Later we're going to go watch some rugby. We've got some friends playing. We've got to travel this city and experience it to its fullest. We've arrived in Egypt at the Red Sea. We did 2 weeks there. Got to do 2 weeks in Maldives. But what we did, the best thing we did is we made the decision to plug in and get educated. That's the decision that we made. We've seen too many snake oil people out there who ride on the fact that people are ignorant. So come into this community and come with us on an education process, because that's how you reduce risk. There's a great question that popped through in the chat function. What are the risks? I'll tell you what the risks are. Ignorance is a risk. So come with, get educated, and then move towards the market with an educated, responsible, and sustainable strategy. Whether it's a small monthly habit of moving towards the market, or whether it's a marketing-based strategy where you're taking money that you're making from this and plowing it into your portfolio. We've got a number of different strategies, but move towards it with education and with support. That's our role. That's why we're on calls like this. So I want to thank you for your time on the presentation section. I am going to be going through a little bit of product knowledge just now, but back to you, Janine.
Absolutely fantastic, Bruce. Thank you so much. And thank you for answering that question that Anita had in the chat function about risk. Really, really important, because that's the biggest concern a lot of people have coming into this for the very first time. So what I can say to you, though, is we're a community in unity where we are focused purely on education, as Bruce said. And he's going to be back to take you through some more of the products and how to actually get started, because we've given you a lot of information. Bruce shared a lot with you, and if you are wanting to get started, or if you have recently got started, we're going to take you through a first 48 hours, what to do, and then your first 7 days. So rest assured, we're here to assist and support you. I get the absolute honor and privilege today to recognize a couple of people who have gone out there and got themselves educated in the month of January. And I'm just going to go and share my screen quickly, because January for some people is quite a difficult month, getting back after holidays, getting back after the festive season. And here are some individuals who really decided to join a business at the start of 2022 and have allowed themselves a really great chance to earn those additional incomes. So one of the things Bruce did mention, if you choose to follow the partner program and create a business here, we are recognized by the company on a monthly basis, not only on the commissions that you're earning through the sales of product that you're making, but you are also put into various opportunities to earn in what we call pools. And we have one pool called the Blockstar pool, and this is really for those of you that are brand new. This is to help you get going in your first 30 days. So the following two people, Conrad Buerter and Meg van Amstel de Vries, in their first 30 days, which would have been the month of January, they went out and they decided to follow the partner program and find at least 3 other people to share this with who became active, and their combined turnover was $3,000 worth of volume, which allowed them to receive rising Blockstar status. Now, what that really means in your first 30 days is pretty critical, because if you have received rising Blockstar status, that status stays with you for life. And what that means is, should you in the future reach any of those ranks going forward, you will always get that additional share. Now, what we mean by a share, as again, over and above any of the commissions you would have earned, you get a stake in the Blockstar pool where the company takes 4% of its turnover and gives it back to those who have qualified. And that amount varies, but it's a really nice bonus to wake up to on the first of the new month for the efforts you made in the previous month. So congratulations, Meg and Conrad. I know, Meg, you're on the call. I didn't necessarily see Conrad on the call, but absolutely fantastic achievement on your behalf, reaching rising Blockstar, and you have that share for life going forward. We then have our Blockstar pool, which is where you need 6 active partners in your first level and doing a total volume of 9,999 USDT out of that first level. And I'm absolutely privileged and excited to share here, Belinda Milan and Bruce Hughes, who you've just heard from, consistently reach this rank every single month and have done pretty much for the last 8 to 9 months of the last financial year. So they are consistently building their business through this and generating and benefiting from these additional shares. Now, the beauty of being in the Blockstar pool means not only do you get additional shares here, you get 3 if you had achieved that rising Blockstar status before. So again, while those of you that are on the call, if you're in your first 30 days, please speak to the person who brought you into the business and make sure you secure yourself that rising Blockstar status, because this amounts to a really nice additional amount of money each month. So congratulations again to Belinda and Bruce, who've both decided to get serious about educating others and through that benefiting as well. We then have director qualification. So what the company does is rewards individual performance, and then they also reward those going out and building businesses. So the director status comes from the work that's done within your business through yourself and your other active partners, all accumulated up into what we call this infinity rank. So congratulations here to 4 people who in the month of December achieved director status, where again you need to have at least 3 active partners and achieve combined turnover of 9,999 USDT. So massive congratulations to Brendan Earp-Jones from Cape Town. You would have seen him. He does our Saturday presentations as well. Belinda Milan again achieving not only Blockstar status, but also director status, which means additional earnings in those infinity pools. A really amazing achievement, Belinda. You are shooting the lights out. Yours truly managed to hit director status, and how I did that is by having more than one partner that I was working with to get to where they wanted to get to, which helped me get to where I wanted to get to. So thank you to my team who helped assist me in getting that status. And then Jeffrey Downey, congratulations to you also achieving director status. We then have national director. Now here you can see, still need 3 active partners, but the volume has jumped up to 59,999 USDT. So not only through educating, here's a gentleman you've met who's committed to building this program, building this project, and taking a group of people along with him. And we get the privilege to do that. So Bruce, amazing achievement for the month of January. Congratulations to you over there in Dubai. And then executive, this was the top spot in our team for the month of December. And I do know that there are people on the call who may not be part of the team Jar Hugeness. I don't have your results, so the results we're sharing today are from the Jar Hugeness team. So apologies to anyone else who's on the call that may have reached these levels and I don't necessarily have your information. Congratulations to you, and a massive, massive shout out to Mr. Andrew Eaton. 6 active partners and just on 100,000 USDT to have achieve executive status. And you are going to hear from Andrew, and I really invite you to stay on this call because you don't want to miss what he has to say. We often use this phrase within this industry that success leaves clues. If you want to know how these gentlemen and ladies are reaching the levels they're reaching, is stay plugged in and stay tuned because everybody is willing to share the how. So if you're wanting to know how you can leverage off the products and what it is that we have to offer in your first 48 hours, if you're thinking of joining, or if you have already joined, or even if you've been a partner with us for the last year and you want to get going again, I'm going to hand you back to Bruce, who's going to give a deeper dive into some of the products right now, as he said, in the gym that you should be picking up. Thank you so much, Bruce, and congratulations to you.
Janine, thanks so much for that. I want to quickly address 1 or 2 questions that have popped into the chat function because we always want to leave space for that. One of the questions was, what is the tax implication of using our card? And I want to be very straightforward on this. You need to speak to your tax advisor on the tax implications of using your card. Your tax advisor should know your tax situation, the rules within your tax territory, and how money moves in and out of different accounts, and can advise you accordingly. Whether you're doing that in your private capacity or in your business capacity will also play a role. So please, we will never give tax advice on these calls because we don't understand your tax situation or your tax territory. So thanks for asking that question, and everything else we've actually either already looked at or we're about to cover. So let's do that together. I want to take you into 2 platforms. I'm going to share my screen with you. I want to share our partner platform. So this is where we track our business. Remember, we're talking to the partners or the people who are buying products, using products. And we're also going to have a look at our Lydian World dashboard. Just confirm for me, Janine, can you see the 2 different dashboards, GS Partners and
Yes.
Lydian World?
Yes, we can see them both. Thank you.
Great. So we're going to spend time on these 2 dashboards. Now, this here is my wife's account. We have 2 accounts, one in my name, one in my wife's name for strategic reasons, business reasons. And what we've done is we do a lot of the purchasing of product through my wife's account because the purchasers then also pay a commission into my account. So we're leveraging and keeping the wealth within our own business pool. So what I want to show you on here is I want to show you how you can buy the gaming tokens, Lydian Lions, how you can purchase Lydian Lions. You can redeploy them
into Lydian World in order to get a citizenship. So that's the first thing that I want to show you. Now, if you're doing a $33 monthly subscription, at the moment, you're getting 60 Lydian lions. And until those Lydian lions are taken into Lydian World, they've got a fairly low dollar value. Once we take these Lydian lions here and we import them to Lydian World, we've got a dollar for dollar value. So earlier this month, I think it was probably about 10 days ago now, I went and paid my $33 and I've ended up with my 60 Lydian lions. I'm going to import those Lydian lions into Lydian World so I can use them. So I'm going to go click on Lydian World. I already have a whole lot of Lydian lions in here, but I'm just going to import those 60. Okay, so when I do that, the dollar value here should jump up by another $60. So it should move from $15,202 to $15,262. So let's go do that. I'm going to import my Lydian lions. How many? Well, I've got 60 waiting across there in GS Partners, and I'm going to click confirm. Now, why am I doing this? Because I want to make sure that I've got citizenship in different countries. Why do I want to get citizenship? Because I want to access those countries' income streams, and I want to access those countries' Lydian data, the digital resource that I can mine in there. So I'm just going to refresh the page. There you go. $15,262 worth of Lydian lions that are sitting in here. That was step one. My $33, let's just refresh the page. My $33 subscription gave me a whole lot of gaming tokens, and I've taken the gaming tokens. I'm just waiting for it to refresh. So this should go to 0. It's an announcement. There you go. It's gone down to 0. I've removed them from my partner profile, and I've deposited them into my Lydian World. Now, what can I do with Lydian World? Well, let's go have a look at the world map. I want to go and get citizenships. Now, I've currently got 44 citizenships. I've been looking at all the different countries, and I can access a whole lot of different citizenships. But I've got those 60 gaming tokens that I can go and spend if I like. So I'm going to click on Simulator, and I'm going to see where I can spend up to 60 gaming tokens, Lydian lions. So I'm going to say 0 to 60. I'm going to say eligible countries. There you go. I can become a citizen in anything that's green. So Eritrea, part of the Emirati, the Yukon. And if you look closely, there's a whole lot of little islands in here that are green as well. I'm going to go and get citizenship in the Yukon. All right, so there's Yukon. It's going to cost me, let's see, I'm going to click on Become Citizen. It's going to cost me 54 Lydian lions. Why not? Bam, I'm now a citizen of the Yukon, which means I can choose to go and mine the resources that are in the Yukon. And if NFTs are being sold here, if trading of cryptos are happening here, if other people are mining, if there's assisted trading, small portions out of all those transactions are going to get paid back to the citizens of the Yukon. And in this case, there's only 535 of us. Okay, so again, digital world, digital citizenships, 535 of us in here. So that's step one done. I took my monthly subscription, I got 60 gaming tokens, and I've gone and placed them in the Yukon. Now, I can go and get citizenships in even more expensive countries that maybe have more activity happening in them. Maybe I can go get citizenship in South Africa. And there's a lot of gamers and crypto traders and NFTs moving through our community in South Africa. And because I'm a citizen there, I can get income from that. That's one simple thing that I can do. There's a second thing that we always focus on. Remember the 2 pieces of gym equipment, let's become citizens. The other one is let's get into digital mining. Let's go have a look at some of the digital mining options that we've got. So I'm going to take us back into share screen, and I'm going to go back to GS Partners. This is where we do our purchases. You can see that we always purchase here, and then we move value into Lydian World. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to purchase, let's take a look at the mining certificates. I want to purchase there's quite a few to choose from here. You can get $49 mining certificate loaded with $300. You get 4.8% a year. $199 loaded with $1,000, get 8.8% a year. I'm going to come down to tier 2, and I'm going to do this load here. I'm going to buy $1,000 certificate, and I want to load it with $5,000 worth of value, and I want to earn 28% per year. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to click on exchange now. It's going to ask me what I want to buy it in. Maybe I should go back a step here. If you look at my dashboard, if you look at my GS Partners dashboard, you can see that I have 1,200 USDT over here. Okay, so that's what I'm going to use to buy a certificate. I loaded this money in here. Instead of leaving it in rands or in dirhams or in dollars, I loaded it in here into cryptocurrencies. And so I'm going to go spend that now on some mining certificates. So come down to mining certificates. I want to get that 28%. I want something that's more aggressive than a bank. So I'm going to click on tier 2, and I'm going to purchase a mining certificate. So exchange now, USDT. I'm going to click on confirm. And you're about to do that. Yes, confirm. Congratulations, you now own a tier 2 mining certificate. Right, in order for me to mine the resource, I'm going to need some mining power, what we call mining load. Now, this is where it gets super interesting. So I'm going to come back to the dashboard, and I want to show you something. Being a partner of the company allows me to track anytime the company runs an incentive. And so when you're sitting with someone in your team, ask them if there's an incentive running at the moment. We've actually got 2 different incentives. We have an incentive that gives you double value on your spend of Lydian Lions. So if I spend $888 over here, I'm going to get $1,600 worth of gaming tokens. That's one of the promotions that are running. And it's actually running until, let's take a look here. Here's the date. Okay, 8th of January until the 6th of February. I'm essentially getting 50% bonus, means that I'm paying half price. Okay. From the 7th of February till the 6th of March, 30% bonus. And then from the 7th of March to the 7th of April, 20% bonus. So that's one bonus that's running at the moment. There's also another bonus which is running that allows me to take the G999, which is a cryptocurrency, and I can exchange this into a mining load. And this bonus is something that we really need to be paying attention to. I want to talk about this bonus for a moment. You only get 30, 60, and 90 days from the moment you buy your certificate to load it. And in the first 30-day period, you can get a big bonus on this dollar value bonus. I'm going to show you what it does in a moment. In the next period, the 30 to 60 day, that bonus goes down. 60 to 90 days, it goes down as well. And the bonus is larger currently than the NFT bonus. So I'm not going to use the NFT gaming voucher token. I'm going to use these coins over here. So I'm going to move this into my mining certificate, and I'm going to show you how we do that. So I'm going to come across to financial, because I'm going to do a financial movement, right? I'm going to do a withdrawal from G999 across into Lydian World. So I'm going to click on withdraw. I'm going to select G999, and I'm going to need an address to send it to. So let's go down to my Lydian World dashboard and click on financial. In the chat function, who can tell me what the dollar value was on GS Partners of all those G999? Who looked at the dollar value? In the chat function, just type it in there. I'm going to deposit some G999. I want to see who was paying attention when I was on that G999. Copy address. So what we do when we're sending value in cryptocurrencies is we need an address, a bit like sending an email. So I'm going to put this address in here. I'm going to actually save it. So I'm going to save this address the same way that I would save an email address. Or let's try and save something else. Save an entire message. Let's get rid of that very quickly. Okay, again, it's like sending an email, so make sure that you copy the address correctly. Let's just pasted an entire, that's so funny. This is pasted an entire email that I sent off to some of our team for a Zoom meeting. And so it's now starting to just delete that. It's probably easier just to close that and start again. So I'm going to send money from GS Partners to Lydian World. So I need this address. I'm going to copy that address. Copy. I'm going to take it to GS Partners and I'm going to save the address. It's a new address. I haven't sent it to here before. Oh, this is very frustrating. I can't believe it's done this. I have no idea how long this message is going to be. Who knows a shortcut to stop this from happening? These are technical people. Let's get rid of this, rid of this, rid of this. There you go. We're there. We made it, team. You got through an entire email in address. So let's now place what we do once. Right, there's our address, and I'm going to call it Lydian World. Just like if I was saving an email address, so add new address. Let's go have a look at what I'm sending. Let's go have a look at what I'm sending together. A lot of guesses happening in the chat function here. Okay, 666, 665. Yes, the G999 that I'm sending has a $660 value on GS Partners. But I want to go and get maximum value in Lydian World because there's a promotion running. So I'm going to send this across there. So I'm going to go select address, like sending an email. I'm selecting Lydian World, and it tells me how much is in here with a $665 value. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to send the full amount to Lydian World. Initiate. It's going to ask me just to verify this process. So I'm going to obviously do that. A little bit of a security step here. Again, when you're working with any crypto project, you want to make sure that they've got really solid security protocols in place. You want to make sure that your KYCs are done. And again, you know, we have partners to walk you through that. But I'm going to click on confirm, and it's going to send a little email. So I'm going to go into my email, and I'm just going to confirm that as well. And then we're going to have an awesome time. I'm going to show you how I'm going to fill my mining certificate. So approve withdraw. I'm just doing it on my phone here. All done. Right, now let's do some math together. I bought a mining certificate for $1,000. Right, let's go look at my certificates. Remember, I bought a mining certificate for $1,000. So here it is. Here's my certificate, tier 2. I've got a mining ID. This gives me exclusive mining rights to a certain amount of resource in Lydian World. So I'm going to take my mining rights. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to head across to Lydian World. I'm then going to go to Lydian World, and I'm going to click on mining certificates. Now I chose, remember that I chose citizenship in the Yukon. So I'm going to go find the Yukon. There it is. And I'm going to load the mining certificate that's in there. I'm going to go mine in the country that I'm a citizen in. Now, the Yukon has a total of 975 Lydian Stater resources to mine. The value of Lydian Stater today, you can see it at the top of the screen. It's worth $1,392 a stater. That's like when you go look at the gold price will give you a dollar price based on it per ounce. There's 975 of these only in the entire Yukon, and I'm going to go and lay claim to some of this. So let's go lay claim to some of this. I'm going to activate my certificate. I'm going to paste my ID in here to say that now I'm going to mine, and I'm going to click on confirm. That cost me $1,000. Now, if I want to mine in here, I've got to load it. I sent $665 worth of G999 to Lydian World. let's go see what happens when I load $665 worth of G999 in here. So I'm going to click on my activated certificates, and it gives me an option to load G999. Now, here's what I didn't tell you. The value of the G999 that I had was sitting at closer to 0.00003. This is almost 10 times higher in value. Let's go look at that together. I'm about to load with G999. It's going to ask me, how much do I want to load? Oh, we've got to wait for the balance to update. Let's go do that quickly. Let's go click refresh. I think I sent about 180,000 G999 across. Let's go look together very quickly. Again, for full transparency, I want to make sure that we're tracking these numbers here. I've just sent G999 across. We're going to wait for it to show up. Okay, but it was $665 worth, and I think it was about 180,000 G999. So 180,000 G999 at a value of 0.025. Who's got a calculator out? Please go and punch in what that value is. Type it in the chat function. We're going to go see if I can use some of that value. So I had about 180,000 G999 times 0.025 in the chat function. Let me know what the dollar value of that will be when it lands. 4,500, 4,500, 4,500. My $660 worth of G999 in Lydian World under the current promotion is going to give me $4,500 worth of load value in Lydian's data. That's the promotion that we're going to take advantage of. The reason why you want to plug into our community and the reason why you want to work with our global partners is so that you're always up to date on any promotions, any incentives, any arbitrage opportunities that are coming into our ecosystem. So we're just waiting for the G999 to load. Whilst we're waiting for that, I want to show you a very useful resource when playing with some of these numbers. So here I am here, I'm waiting to load my certificate. I want to see what its dollar value will be in the next little while. So let's go and play with this calculator. I've loaded a tier 2 certificate, and I'm going to load it with $5,000 worth of value. I'm going to load it with $4,500 worth of G999, and then I'm just going to top it up with some gaming tokens that I've got because I want to maximum load it. Okay, it's going to give me 28.8% return over a 1-year period. Now, here's what's interesting. Do the math with me. My $999 that I've paid for a mining certificate, plus the $5,000 load that I'm going to do, are going to lock up at current value 4.3 Lydian status. Look at this bar here. So 4.3 Lydian status that are in the Yukon are now locked up and belong to me. And that will be paid back to me at the end of the mining period. Okay, so that's my risk, right? My risk is being locked up, and I get it back at the end of the mining period. The 28% that is being paid out over the next 2 years, so one each year, that amount of Lydian status is also going to get locked up. 1.5 Lydian status are going to get locked up. So a total of 5.6 Lydian status are going to go out of the Yukon territory and get locked up in this mining activity. 5.6 Lydian status. At what price will they lock up? They will lock up at $1,391 a Lydian status. What if that value doubles? Well, what would the dollar value here be at the end of my mining period? It'll be double. If the price halves, then my dollar value will be half at the end of that period. If the dollar value of Lydian status increases by 3, then the dollar value of what I receive will increase by 3, because this value is always going to be the same. What does it cost me though in dollars? What does it cost me? It cost me $696 of G999 and $1,000 of crypto. My total cost is $1,600. It's going to lock up $6,000 for me. It's going to lock up another $2,160 for me. And if the price of these status grow, it's going to be even larger. Even if it halves, it's still going to be more than what I paid. Why? Because I'm paying attention to the price differences and the promotions that exist. Often when people start in crypto, they don't have a community, they don't have an education process, and so they don't know what the markets are doing, and therefore they don't know how to take advantage of those markets. This calculator is hugely powerful. I sat with a team of guys here in Dubai. They are wanting to buy a tier 5, which means they are going to pay $11,000 for a mining certificate. They want to max load it to $500,000 worth to get 88%. So we're looking at the price of G999 right now, and we've worked out that actually it's only going to cost them about $1,020. No, it's going to cost them about, $78,000 to load $500,000 if we go take advantage of the promotion and the price differences. You see, that's knowledge that they didn't have. That's information that if they weren't plugged into our community, they wouldn't be able to act on. And based on those numbers, we're going to lock up over 1,000 Lydian status. We're going to lock up off the markets. So we can't mine in the Yukon on this, because the Yukon doesn't even have over 1,000 Lydian status. I've only got 968. So we have to go and mine in a different country. But I just want you to know this calculator is hugely powerful when sitting and creating a strategy over the next 90 days. How are you going to go and fill this particular mining certificate? So I just want to refresh. I want to see if those G999s have landed. And if they have, I'll be able to fill this. And if not, we're going to move on to the next part of our training. So let me click on load. There you go. I've got a whole lot of G999 that are available to me. So I'm going to use the full amount, 171, and then 733. I'm going to click on confirm. That's $660 worth. I'm going to click load. Great. And let's do a little refresh. Look at that, $4,300, and it only cost me $600. I'm going to top up the rest of this. I'm going to go here, load Lydian Lions, because I've got a whole lot sitting in my dashboard. So I need to get the balance of 700. Let's go confirm. How did I get those Lydian Lions? My monthly subscription. And I went and purchased more gaming tokens. And I'm almost at my maximum load now on this certificate. The slowest, hardest part of that entire section was watching me trying to enter in my G999 address. That's the slowest, toughest part of this whole process. And the win is you're probably not going to be sitting with me when you do your strategy. There's probably going to be someone who doesn't have an entire email copy pasted in the wrong place. Here's all you got to do. Get your $33 paid so you can go choose a country, and you can have multiple countries. I've got 44 in my wife's profile. Go choose a country and then create a 90-day plan based on whatever the current promotions are, and take that plan into that calculator that I just showed you. For $600, I just got $4,000 worth of value. And there's no way I would have known that had I not been plugged into this community. There's no way I could have known that. So sit with the person who's showing you this recording or has invited you on here and create a 90-day program on citizenships and mining loads. I want to thank you for your time. We're going to be handing over to the next part of our teaching, where they're going to show you a marketing strategy for the next 7 to 30 days that is going to accelerate your commissions and therefore accelerate the potential to earn from mining and citizenship. So thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Bruce. Always love seeing the real, seeing the blockchain in action, seeing the transactions. And as Bruce said, the longest time we waited was clearing that email address. So Bruce, I just have a quick question for you, if you don't mind. If I'm new and I've just kind of joined the business in the last while and I don't have 171,000 G999 coins, can I buy them? Can I purchase them? Where do I go to get some G999 coins? How do I do that and take advantage of that amazing bonus?
Absolutely, it's such a good question. There's two places that you can get G999 from at the moment. You can get them out on the open market through exchanges. So here's an example. Here's an exchange over here. This is called GS Trade. And you can actually go and buy G999 off the open market at whatever the market is advertising the price at. So earlier, before I got on this call, I actually went and purchased those coins from here on this exchange, and I sent them to GS Partners. That's one route. It's a little bit technical, but you're going to go, you can shop around for the best rate. The other option is you can buy directly from GS Partners. Now, you're not going to get the best rate buying it directly from GS Partners, because obviously GS Partners goes and finds the best rate out on the market space, and they charge you a fee for that, and a portion of that fee gets paid back to the community in commissions. But you're probably going to, the difference is you're probably going to get 4 to 5x value buying it through GS Partners. You're maybe going to get 8 to 9x value buying it out on the open exchange. One's going to take you time, some technical and some shopping skills. One's going to be quick and instant. That's the trade-off. And both are still better than if you had no idea that this promotion was running and you were buying it at a 1:1 ratio. So either way, it's still a win. You just got to choose on the size of the win, right? And you got to work with the community to find where best to find those wins.
Fantastic. That's really great answer, Bruce. I appreciate it. So that would mean getting back to the person who invited you onto the call, getting them to assist and help you with the best solution for yourself, how to move your fiat currency across to get those G999 coins. Thank you so much, Bruce. Really appreciate that. As Bruce said, we're going to head now into the more of the marketing side of how one would go about actually growing the business out of this, because the strategy you've seen is a personal strategy that Bruce shared that you could be doing for yourself, for your family, to create your own wealth. But what if you had people you wanted to share this with, in a community you wanted to grow, and take advantage of those pools and that recognition and those additional commissions that I spoke about earlier and we recognized? So I have a gentleman who's one half of a power couple, Ray de Brain, based down in Salt Rock, South Africa, who really is a phenomenal marketer. He comes from a background which is so not in multi-level marketing or blockchain technology, but he's a gentleman who has absolutely embraced that, has learned everything that he can, and is a great teacher to share with us how do we actually share this with our community. What do we do now? What do I do today to go out in the next 7 days and take advantage of all of these bonuses, take advantage of bringing people in? What do I do? What do I say? And where do I begin? Ray, you're the master at this and you're the best for the job. So thank you so much for being on the call. We look forward to hearing from you.
Awesome, Janine. Thanks so much. Good morning to everybody. Thanks for hopping on. Thanks for taking time out of your busy Saturdays. And essentially what I'm going to do today is I'm going to repeat what you hear almost every week. I'm going to try and simplify it, but I'm going to try and help you understand how simple this actually is. So I'm going to pop into a screen share and then work through a couple of slides with you, and hopefully at the end you'll be a little bit more enlightened as to how simple the process is. So let's head on to the screen share. Okay, so there we go. In the middle of the screen, even the greatest was once a beginner. Don't be afraid to take the first step. And that rings so true, because I see it often with my team. fear holds a lot of people back. Fear of rejection, fear of losing, it just stops you from taking that first step. But until you take that first step, you don't know what the outcome is going to be. And the beautiful part of this business is we're here to hold your hand, to walk alongside you and assist you to get a win. And that's what it's all about. So let's go into the simple 5-step formula. And to keep it as simple as possible, it's as easy as this. 1, conversation. 2, GSP Pro video. 3, follow-up. 4, presentation. And step 5, 3-way. 5 steps that if you do well and get really good at, taking that first step just becomes a lot easier. So I'm going to go through each of these just very, very briefly and very, very simply to let you know what you need to do over the next 7 days, over the next 14 days, 21 days, month, and continue doing in order to grow a sustainable business that's going to pay you, if done correctly, it's going to pay you beyond your wildest dreams. And you're going to smash all those goals that you've set. So let's go have a look at conversation. Number 1, conversation. And Bruce and Andrew will always tell you, all business starts with a conversation. So get really good at starting conversations. I've had to learn that, just get really good at starting conversations. And that's all it takes is a hello. How are you doing? In terms of numbers, have a look at starting 20 conversations every single day. If you can get that right, 20 conversations a day will lead you to about 2 to 3 people per day. Eventually, I'm talking about, we're not in your first week, but week 2, week 3, you'll consistently start finding 2 to 3 people every single day that will agree to watch your GSP Pro video or your marketing video. So it's pretty simple. Use all the tools at your disposal. I'll go further into the tools as we go through the slides, but learn to use all the tools at your disposal. Jahujit's Facebook page, GS Partners Global Facebook page. Use those resources. Bruce's meetings every week at 5:30 or Zoom calls every week at 5:30. Get good at using those. Use any tool that's going to make your life easier. And then very important, and this part I struggled with to start with. I was always looking for the result. And I didn't get addicted to the process. Become addicted or marry the process. Continue doing the process. Ignore the result because the numbers don't lie, they fill in. So get good at doing the process. And this is the process, these 5 steps. Okay, let's go on to the next one. GSP Pro Video. And very simply put, GSP Pro Video is our marketing tool. It's a link that you send out to a prospect who then will click on that link and view that video. It's tracked, it's reported to you via email. It keeps you on top of your business. It actually allows you to seamlessly grow a business by using the CRM tool at your disposal. And your aim is to have 3 views of this video link each day. And following these steps 1 to 5, you'll see as you go through the first week and the second week, or the first 7 days, as everyone put it, you're going to start building that up, getting those 3 views consistently. Step 3, follow up. Andrew will drum this into you, and if you listen to any of the names or the big names in network marketing, the fortune is in the follow-up. I think Eric already coined that phrase, the fortune is in the follow-up. I might be wrong, but I've heard that phrase over and over again. And I can tell you what, until you master the follow-up, you won't know that the fortune's there. So get good at the follow-up. If you're struggling, speak to your support person, speak to them and ask them to assist you. The system, the GSP Pro system is put in place, and the way it functions allows your support structure to actually have a look at your business from the outside, check your numbers, and work out where you need some assistance and help. That's why that using the tool is so important. If you have that GSP Pro system, that can open your eyes to so much. And obviously the eyes of those who are helping you. I find setting a date and time to follow up before sending your video link works very well. 2 reasons. It enforces the importance of that video that you've sent, so your prospect watches the video. And second of all, it makes you accountable to contact them and do the follow-up, because a lot of people don't do the follow-up step. And when I started this business, I used to send loads of videos. Loads of people used to watch them, and guess what? I used to sit back and wait, rubbing my hands together and waiting for them to contact me. Going, jeepers, they've watched it. They must be interested. They must be keen. They'll let me know if they are. Guess what? Nobody did that. You've got to get hold of them. And the aim here is to follow up with 3 people each day. So you're sending 3 videos, you're getting 3 viewed, and then you're following up with those 3, or the 3 from the day before. But you try and get these numbers to 3. So the follow-up is very important. You get good at the follow-up, you can change your business. Presentation. Now, this is a very key part, and this is back to using the tools at your disposal. It's not only your GSP Pro tool, but you want to drive future members to the presentations. It'll help them reach a decision. It'll help them have more exposures to the business, and the more exposures, the more likelihood of a decision being reached. So you want to get these exposures out there. Wednesday afternoons at 5:30, Bruce does an excellent presentation. Saturday mornings, as we know, we're on this 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. or just short of 10 a.m. We have a fixed Saturday morning presentation. Your aim is to try and get 2 people to the midweek call and 2 people to the Saturday call. That's all. Just want to invite 2 people to the midweek Wednesday call and 2 people to the Saturday call, and do that consistently. If you want to get the links, have a look at the GSP Jahuja's Facebook page. Once again, that's a tool that you can use to build your business. Get good at using the tools. Okay, so that's presentation out of the way. So that's what you want to do, is drive people to these presentations. You know, the health of your business can be measured from event to event. Not only big events, live events like we had 2 weeks ago, but event to event can mean from presentation to presentation. So the more people you have on the presentations, the more consistently you have people on the presentations, the faster and healthier your business is going to grow. Okay, let's look at the 3-way. The 3-way is a very integral part. And if you listen to any of the big names, again, in the network marketing field, Fraser Brooks, Eric Worre, they all talk about the 3-way call. The 3-way call can be done in many ways. I like to start it off on a 3-way chat on WhatsApp and then move into a Zoom from there with your upline support. I find that if anyone that you're interacting with that has watched your videos have any questions, that's the best time to get them onto a 3-way. Any questions at all, you refer them to a 3-way, get them onto a 3-way chat, and from there, your upline support should get them onto a 3-way Zoom, answer their questions, and hopefully get them started in the business. But your aim is to get 1 person per day onto a 3-way call. It's not going to happen in your first 7 days, like I said, because you're going to start filling a pipeline. And once that pipeline starts to fill up, you'll find that at least 1 person a day will have enough questions for you to push them onto a 3-way chat. So it's a magical tool, and I would definitely start using it. So those are the easy 5 steps. In conclusion, if you consistently do these 5 steps, and they're so simple, I mean, really, it's just taken me minutes to go through them, but they are so simple that if you can get good at consistently doing them, consistently following step 1 to 5, and I'll go back there so you can take a picture, because maybe you didn't take a picture just now. Trust the system. Andrew always said that to me. Trust the system. Trust the numbers. They don't lie. And that part I've struggled with. But then when I started seeing the numbers start working in my favor, that's where my mind was blown. And I started building a healthy, sustainable business. So that brings us to the DMO of 23-3. Each day, 5 to 6 days per week. 20 conversations, 3 videos watched, 3 follow-ups every single day, 5 to 6 days a week. If you can do that consistently, you'll be hitting those 3 signups. And if we go back to where Bruce's presentation showed us, the 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 with the 33s leading to that huge amount of commission, and that large number, that big number in your team, you can see that if you can get this 3 by 3 by 3 going, and you can get 3 new signups every single month, you will eventually reach those numbers that Bruce is showing you, or close to those. And I've learned through my journey in this business, consistency equals a full pipeline. And once you have a full pipeline, your business starts to thrive. Less effort and more wins. And you just become, the feeling of winning helps you grow your business. And obviously then what comes with that is posture. The way you speak to people, the way you present to people, the way you present the business to people, everything just starts to improve. But it starts with that first step. It starts with, let me go right back to the beginning. It starts over here. Now take a picture if you've got time. It starts with the conversation, and then following these 5 steps, sending the video, following up, get them to a presentation, and then onto a 3-way with your support. And that's where you're going to start winning. And right at the end, consistency is more important than perfection. Become consistent. Don't worry about learning about every little part of the business or knowing how everything works, because you're not going to be perfect to start. But if you get consistent, you'll become perfect. But you've got to start. And the consistency of this is so much more important than anything else in the business. Consistently doing 0.1 to 5 on a daily basis, and you'll be winning. That's a guarantee. Awesome, guys. And that's all from me. Very short and sweet, and hopefully plain and simple enough for you to understand that it doesn't take a rocket scientist to build this business. It's actually quite simple. Awesome, guys. Thank you very much.
That was fantastic, Ray. And for those of you that were wondering, no, his name is not Lauren. As I said, that's the other half of this power couple. But Ray, when Ray speaks about consistency, I can't echo enough that he did that. He is the guy who's always had the most videos watched by being so absolutely consistent over a period of time. And he's absolutely right. You don't have to use every piece of equipment in the gym, as Bruce has mentioned. Just get started and just do what you have just seen Ray share with you in very simple steps. Thank you. I love it. So clear, so directional. Thank you very much, Ray. Because
Awesome.
what that's going to help you to do when you come to build your business is leverage. So leverage is a word that I was introduced to many, many years ago. It's a word that became very real to me when I was introduced to this gentleman. So here's somebody who has been extremely consistent over the last couple of years. He has spoken on global stages, and I'm not seeing him on the call right now. Is Andrew dropped off the call? Can somebody maybe let him in again, please? But I want to introduce you to Andrew Eaton, because he's a gentleman who has learnt the beauty of leverage. And what I mean by leverage is where a successful entrepreneur is somebody who is able to leverage off other people's time, talents, energy, and resources where it is mutually beneficial. And that's the crux of it. What is mutually beneficial? So by him leading with his vision and his tenacity and his commitment, determination, and consistency, leading a team of people to leverage off, and how we can all do the same. So Andrew, are you on the call? I don't see your screen. I don't see you on the screen. He was going to speak to us about the upcoming events and the incentives that are so exciting that are happening at the moment outside of what the company is already sharing and experiencing with us. So I don't see Andrew on the call. I'm going to just go and check. As I said to you at the start of this call, we had load shedding in South Africa, and what that means is our power goes off, which means our internet connections go down and we lose contact. But he is back. So let me introduce you to this global leader. He's one of the council members, and as you saw earlier on, reached executive status last month, which is absolutely fantastic in the business, and we do want to learn from the best and those before us that are achieving. So Andrew was there. He's jumped off the call again. What I can just tell you in the meantime, while we're trying to get him back on, is you would have seen a little pop-up screen come up on Bruce's screen while he was busy doing his teachings, and that is the announcement of the corporate call that is going to be happening on Monday evening. So that's Monday, the 7th of February at 9 p.m. Central African time. And you can have a look at that. If you are a registered member, you will receive that pop-up where you are invited onto the corporate call. I absolutely love that about this company, because the corporate team come to the community on a very, very regular basis, minimum of once a month, sometimes more often, in order to share the vision and to keep us all plugged in and tuned into where it is that they're taking us. So Andrew's back on the call. Andrew, welcome back. You've been having some connectivity issues. We can't wait to hear from you and what your incentives are and what events are upcoming. I know this is a massively exciting time for you and for us all at the moment. So thank you very much, Andrew.
Yeah, Janine, thanks, man. And that was just Murphy's Law. My computer froze as it was literally my turn to get on. So good to see everyone's still on. All right, a couple of things I want to talk about, Chan. Let's just pull up the chat box here that I can see. Who are the people here that want to build big businesses? Who are the people here that want to just give me 1 second, please. I'm not. Out you go. Excuse me quickly. That's Murphy's Law. So who are the people who want to build big businesses? Fantastic. Great. Okay, so people, Ray said something very, very pertinent earlier, just as he was ending his call. He said, build your business from event to event to event. And I want to tell a little bit of a story about that. When I was building my business, I started building my business back in about 2011. I very quickly figured out that if I could just have live events and have the best speakers at those live events, then all I really needed to get good at was making sure that I promoted those events. And by the way, this Zoom here today is an event. But if I could just get good at promoting that event and getting people in the room and putting them in front of the best speakers in the business, those people could do the heavy lifting and the work for me. I didn't have to do any convincing. It was way easier for me to say, here's an event, come with me, listen. Then we'll talk after. And so what I really did is I really just got good at promoting events and building my business from one event to the next event. Does this make sense to everyone? Can you see that if you can get people to an event, put them in front of Brendan and Bruce and Ray and myself and the other leaders, so that we can do that heavy lifting for you. We can do that sales part for you. We can get the people seeing the bigger vision. If you don't have to do that. If you can just get them there, we will do the heavy lifting for you. And then here's what happens. When they see that's what you did, they're going to say, I can do this. I can bring people and put them in front of these people. And so we built the fastest growing team in our company up until the beginning of COVID, when we had to stop our live events. But we're starting them now again. And so in February, we have our next event. This is the first thing that I wanted to say, our first roadshow for the year. It is 100 Rand a ticket if you buy one ticket. Lauren, please, can you just type in your WhatsApp number there or the email address? If anyone has not got a ticket yet, please get a ticket. So on the 15th, you can book on teamjhugis.com. Janine, if you're in Luzette's team, if you are in someone's team who's already got tickets, you can get tickets from them. Here's what we need to do, guys. You come alone, you buy one ticket, it's 100 Rand. You buy a pack of 3 so that you can bring people with you, it's only 50 Rand a ticket. So if you get hold of Lauren, if you don't have a ticket or you don't know where to get a physical ticket from, please get hold of Lauren so she can book you in. And then if you want to buy 3 tickets, she can help you with buying the 3 tickets and show you and tell you who in your area can get those tickets to you. So we're going to be in Durban, in Salt Rock, on the 15th of February. We're going to be in Johannesburg on the 16th of February at Eagle's Nest, which is in Fourways. And on the 17th of February, we're going to be at the Radisson in Newlands in Cape Town. Okay. Then, for our global team, every month, mid-month, you will see it in the calendar. We have a global monthly workshop now on a Saturday morning, midway through the month, that will replace. The next one is 19th of February. It will replace this. It will be a more in-depth workshop for our international and South African community, which Bruce Hughes will run. Now, you want to get people to that event because we're going to give them knowledge on the general crypto industry, the general blockchain industry, NFTs, why they need to be in this. And we're going to bring it all in as to how we help them with our Lydian World access all of those. It's basically a blockchain workshop is what it is. And so that's going to happen on the 19th of February and every mid-month Saturday moving forward from here. So getting back to the South African ones now. You know, as Joburg on the 15th, Durban on the 15th, Joburg on the 16th, Cape Town on the 17th. Get yourself tickets here. And you want to bring people here, to bring people to it. Okay, now, as you know, we are running an incentive. And the incentive for us, well, for us, for our team, is this one over here. Let me just share my screen. And I just want to pull up the, give me a sec. Okay, give me a sec. That's two of them. All right, let me just put up the right one. Okay. Who here is aware that Yusuf Height, Alex Koshendow, and Dirk Zalman are coming out in March? This is the chairman of the board of our company. It is the soon-to-be COO of our company, Mr. Dirk Zalman. He's still consulting to the board while the contracts have been drawn up. And the CTO of our company. And in March, 15th of March in Durban, the 16th of March in Cape Town, the 17th of March in Joburg, we will be running 4-hour events from 6 till 10 every night. I will tell you now that the people who have the most people in that room are going to have the biggest team this year in South Africa, without a doubt. Here is why February's events are so important. February's events are important, people, for the simple fact that if you arrive, let's say you're in Joburg and you arrive at Eagle's Nest and you've got 10 people who come with you, we will get those people excited in February at those events. We will get them excited. We will get them to see the vision. And most importantly, we will promote, because we work from event to event, this March event where Yusuf and Alex and Dirk are flying out to from overseas. I am willing to put money on it, that if you, for every person that you bring to the February event, each of those people will walk out with a minimum of 3 tickets for this event in March. Now, if you came alone in February and you bought 3 tickets, let's see how good people's maths are. If you came alone in February and you bought 3 tickets, how many people will you have coming to the March event? You and how many? Let's see. I want to show you how you build a big business here. Type in the comments box. No, God, that's wrong. No, guys, if you came alone in February and you only bought 3 tickets, how many people are coming with you to the March event? Work it out, guys. Yes, 3. 3. Okay, but if you came to the February event and you brought 10 people with you, and you brought 3 tickets, and every single one of those 10 people brought 3 tickets, how many people are coming with you in March to come speak, come listen to the chairman of the board, the CTO, and the soon-to-be COO? That's right, Robert. 33. Now, Lou, I don't know where you get 60 from. 10 times 3 is 30 plus your 3 is 33. But I love your optimism there. That would mean, Lou, that everyone would have to buy 6 tickets. I know what you're bringing. Yeah, I know you're bringing. Oh, well, there we go. Okay. So, Lou, if you bring 60 people to the February events, in Cape Town, Joburg, and Durban. And every one of those 60 buys 3 tickets, including you. How many people are coming with you to the March event? 180. Who wins, guys? Who wins? The person who comes alone in February, or the person who comes with 10 people, or Lou who brings 60? Lou wins. Lou wins. Now, I will tell you something. When Josip and Alex and Dirk Zalman are finished with your people in March, they are all signing up and your business will explode. What would that mean to you? What would it mean to you to have that many people at the March event? Okay, and so to help you win, to help you get as many people there, we've also got an incentive in place. The only way you're going to have a lot of people at the February event, people, is if you get busy. How do you get busy? Well, you go back to what Ray was teaching you, the 23-3. And so we've put together an incentive to make sure that those people who get serious about the business can win something. And so here is our incentive for that March. From the 1st of February to the 10th of March. There it is here. The second prize is for every 3 people that you sign up on a $33 voucher. That means it's got to be their first one. It doesn't mean that not, so you can't count someone you signed up last month who's coming on for who is renewing the $33 voucher every month. It's their first one, a new person with a $33 voucher. For every 3 people that you bring on board, you will get 1 entry into the draw. So if you bring in 3 people before the 10th of March, it's 1 entry. If you bring in 6, it's 2 entries. If you bring in 9, it's 3 entries. On the 10th of March, 4 days before Josip and Dirk and Alex arrive, we will do a lucky draw. And the person who wins a lucky draw, as you can see, the second prize, will get 1 hour with the chairman of the board, with Alex Koshendow, and with Dirk Zalman, whichever city they are in, where they're attending the event. That will be an awesome opportunity for you to get into the brains of the people that are taking this company to the next level. Now, and the first prize is a huge one. And that will be for the person who does the most new signups between the 1st of Feb to the 10th of March. And that person's name will be announced on the 10th of March in a special Zoom. And the first prize is you will be in Johannesburg for the event on the Thursday night. Doesn't matter if you're from Cape Town or Johannesburg, you'll be at the Johannesburg events as well. You will stay the night of Thursday at Joburg's most prestigious hotel, the Saxon. And you will be staying with the executive team. You'll be having dinner. And the next morning, you will fly out on a jet from Johannesburg to Mala Mala Game Reserve, you and your partner, by the way. So if you've got a spouse, you bring your spouse. If you don't have a spouse, then you can bring someone in your downline, you can share a room. But you will spend 2 days at Mala Mala with your Heights, with Alex Koshendow, with Dirk Zalman, with myself, with Brendan Earp Jones. There it is there. Thank you. Thank you, Eugene. With Bruce Hughes. And you'll be spending time at Mala Mala. Think what that will do for your social media posts. How much that will be worth to you. And so here's what I want to tell everyone. The way the competition works, the way we track everything is when you sign up a new person, you know that you get that email. You need to take a screenshot of the email and WhatsApp it to Lauren, or you forward it to Lauren. And then you give us the username so that we can go on and check that they did indeed buy their $33 voucher, that they are an active member now. And that is how we're going to track this competition. So can I see from comments in the comments box here, who's going for the first prize and who's going for the lucky draw prize? Let's have a look here. Lizette's going for first prize. God's going for first. Eugene's going for all of it. Rudolph's going for first. Robert's going for first. Fiona's going for both. Billy Bess is going for first. Darlene's going for first. Okay. Here's a little secret I want to tell you. When you bring a new person in, help them go for first prize as well, or help them go for the lucky draw prize. What will that do for your team? But people, if you do the 23-3, so that we can help you get entries into the draw, sign people up and get entries into the draw, and you start and you are doing it flat out from today, if you haven't started already, you'll have enough people in 2 weeks' time, in 10 days' time at the February events, for them to all buy tickets for the March events. And we can help you explode your team. Now, there is a second promotion that's happening this week as well. And that is one being done by Dirk Zalman himself, which goes hand in hand with what we're doing. By Wednesday this week, so we've got 5 days. What's today? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 5 days. If you sign up 2 members by Wednesday, the 9th of February, on the $33, you'll go into a lucky draw and you'll be one of 10 people to win a mining certificate. And those mining certificates are not just 309, the tier ones. They're a lucky packet of tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you could win yourself a tier 5 lucky mining certificate. So I want to ask everyone here, is it worth your while? Is it worth your while to get busy today? Have we got time to sleep? Can the next 60 days, 40 days change the trajectory of your life if you get busy? Can it do it? Do you believe it can do it? Let's see in the comments box. Type definitely, like Sean said, most definitely. Lovely. So now we just need to get busy. You see, there's about 100 people on this call right now. I don't know who's going to get busy. I know some will and some won't. I know tomorrow, later today, some will find an excuse not to take action today, and I know that other people will take action. I don't know who it's going to be, but that's just a choice. But I'm super excited. And here's what I want to end off with. And I want to talk to you about how I became a 6-figure income earner, multiple 6 figures in dollars yearly. And it's a very simple thing that I did. Who here knows of Eric Warrior and GoPro, the GoPro event in Vegas? Or who doesn't? Say, I don't. It's the biggest event in network marketing in the world. And to prove to you that I'm telling the honest truth here, Eric Worry actually interviewed me on stage about what I did. See, I worked out that what I was doing in South Africa by just making sure that I was bringing people to the events. If Meg, it's the biggest network marketing event in the world. So if you type in GoPro Recruiting Mastery and you go to YouTube, you'll see lots of videos about it. And I worked out, I went to my first GoPro in 2013. It was in Vegas. I was making about $1,500, $2,000 a month in my network marketing business. I took money out of my bond to go because I knew I needed to get to this event. Myself and 5 other people in my team flew across. We were all, by American standards, broke. We were traveling on the Rand. I'm going to cut a long story short. We stayed in one room in a hotel, 3 guys, 3 girls. We ate oats for breakfast, for lunch. Starbucks was a treat, but we got there. And at that event, the penny dropped for me about how big this industry was. $1,500, $2,000 a month is what I was making. And I realized that if I could just get, because I had such a good experience and the penny had dropped so massively for me and I'd seen the big vision there, I worked out very quickly that if I every year made it my mission just to get more and more people to come with me to that event the following year, my business would explode. And here's what happened. I got very good at promoting GoPro. And the next year, 12 of us went. And my income was about $3,000 a month. And then next year, I didn't quite double it. 18 of us went. So 2013, 6. 2014, 12. 2015, 18. 2016, there was a sudden jump. And about 60 of us went. It's no coincidence that in 2016 was the first year that I made over $100,000 in network marketing. In 2017, about 80 of us went. In 2019, just under 100, and in 2020, about 112, well, not about, 112 of us went to Vegas. And I was earning hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. And the reason I can tell you, a year, sorry, and the reason I can tell you that that I was making, one of the biggest reasons that I was making that money is because I realized if I could get more people from my team and put them in front of the people on the stage, if I just got good at promoting the events and getting people to go with me and put them in front of people that were better than me, they would do the sales job for me. And there are people on this call who will tell you that they are here today because they went to that event, because I took them to that event. I dragged them by the scruff of their necks if I had to. If I believed in them and I believed they could do something, I literally forced them to come with me. There we go. Eugene saying thanks. He's one of them. And so here's what I want to tell you. Take that thinking, take that attitude, and get people to the February roadshows. We will do the heavy lifting for you. We will inspire them. We will get them to see the bigger vision. Most importantly, we will sell them tickets to the March event, which is where they're going to get the real vision of where this company is going, from the person who founded the company himself, from the CTO who's developed the entire technology that this company is built on, the blockchain that this company is built on. Or we shouldn't say the company, the community, because the company is not built on the blockchain, the community is built on the blockchain. The blockchain is decentralized. But the entire model, which is built in, the CTO will be there, and Dirk Zalman, our soon-to-be COO, will do the sales job for you. They will get them to see the bigger picture, and your business will explode. So if you need to drag people by the scruff of their necks, you get them. But it starts today. It starts with you doing your DMO. It starts with you making sure you get a ticket in every single person's hand that you speak to who likes this business, and you get them to February. And at the end of, on the 10th of March, 2 people are going to walk away with 2 amazing prizes as a result. Okay, so that's what I wanted to talk about today. I just want to see before I end, who's in? Who's in to start going big today? Today, just type the word in. Love it. Love it. Okay. So people, super exciting morning. Bruce, just great presentation again and some phenomenal training. Ray, likewise, my friend. It's guys, the training from Ray was also just so clear. This business is very simple. Trust the system, says Ray. I'm telling you, trust the system and the numbers will work for you. So Janine, thank you so much. Back to you.
Excellent, Andrew. Thank you. Thank you so much. And that's exactly what we were talking about, leverage. How are you going to leverage yourself and your future off these phenomenal leaders that are coming all the way to South Africa to share with us? We're the first country in the world, if I'm not mistaken, Andrew, the first country in the world that they are visiting on a personal basis to come and speak to us. What an advantage that's going to be for us. And we have the time to get people there in February, to get more people there in March, and for you to take part in this phenomenal incentive. As I said at the start of the call, I'm in the bush at the moment. Who would not want to be at the 5-star Mala experiencing an hour with a billionaire? Do you know what that would cost you if you had to pay for 1 hour with a billionaire, where you can just sit and listen to what a billionaire says and how he's done things? It is absolutely priceless, in fact, and all you need to do is go out there and talk to as many people as you can and bring them to our events, as Andrew said, and let them leverage off the fantastic leaders you've been exposed to today. So thank you to Andrew, to Bruce, to Ray, and obviously to Eugene for assisting in the technical in the background. We have a corporate call happening on Monday evening. Please go to the Facebook page or the pop-up screen on your back office. You will find the link and the details to that. Take part in Dirk's incentive. Be on the Wednesday call again to see if you've been able to win one of those mining certificates, and we'll see you again next Saturday, as well as on Wednesday evening on Bruce's presentation. So everything is there and available for you. The buffet is open. What is it that you want to choose to create a different future for yourself? So from me, Janine, and the rest of the team, thank you so much for spending the time with us today. We will see you on the next call. Goodbye.
Thanks, Janine.
Hey, Dan.